most eminent architect, MArch, project management, architect at Metadesign Architects Private Limited. Previously, he has worked with Edifice and Shapurji Polunji Company Limited. Today, it's a privilege and honor to have him here to address and share his expertise and views with you. Thank you, Mr. Nilesh, for being here.
Good afternoon, all. So after the world of fashion and glamour, let me take you to the world of cement, riti, and excavation. Thank you, madam. It was, and thank you, Ilaben, for inviting. It's a pleasure to be here and pleasure to be contributing to the making of budding architects and to contribute into the decision making process of all the students. Uh, just to brief you, architecture is, they called as a noble profession. It's a great profession to be. I couldn't have thanked myself for opting for an architectural course. I'll just run you through a short story of how I landed into architecture. Our neighbor was an architect. So it was an obvious choice, but not so much so, because when I approached him, I told him, Uncle, I'm thinking of joining some course. So, and typically at that age, computers was the in thing, and electronics, computers, some kind of gizmo thing always was on my mind. So what our neighbor uncle told me was that, see, if you are interested, architecture is one thing that you can consider if you want to, but architecture has that facility, or architecture has that strength, that if you do architecture, you could end up doing anything if required in computers. If you want to do computers, you could do architectural modeling and anything of that sort. But if you become a computer engineer, you will never be able to come back to architecture. So that was an eye-opener for me, because you are in that age and you want to do everything. Ye bhi karu, wo bhi karu, be this also, be that also. You want to do many things. So it was an easy choice for me. Chalo theek hai. So we'll do architecture, and then post architecture, if doesn't suit, we'll do something else. So that's how I landed into architecture. It's a rigorous course. It is not easy. It will take your 5 years, rigorous 5 years of your life, but it will make you as a person. Architecture is something which literally solidifies the foundation of a personal being. It makes you a good human being. For those people who like to sleep, it is a very good course, because you have to work all in your dreams. You think of something at night, and that is what you have to just generate out paper in the morning. So that is an incentive for joining architecture as a course. But you will have to forget everything. You will have to forget your sleeps, forget your parties, forget everything. Dedication is something which is awesomely required into architecture course. Um, it is not necessary, some myths about architecture, it is not necessary to be good at drawing. I am not so very great at drawing. Wasn't for sure when I joined the course, but eventually I did had to develop it a bit, minimally as required. But elementary, intermediate are not compulsory for joining architecture. But a sense of design, because architecture is something is that you build. The space that we are all sitting here, the way your building looks, the way we as humans, we like, as they say, as human, I'm wearing this clothes, this is my second skin. My architecture, my building is my third skin. So we cannot exist without a building. Just cannot exist without a shelter over your roof. And whatever you do as an architect stays into the society for at least 60, 70 years. Nowadays with redevelopment, 20 years, 25 years. but but nevertheless, it is destined to be. If you travel Bank Street, there are buildings which are standing for 100 years. So if you want to make a mark in the society, if you want to leave something that yes, this building is done by whom? By the great architect, whoever. So this is a course to be in. It has a great shelf life. You leave a mark in the society, and moreover, over the course of 5 years, we crisscross the country. We have tours. I also go to Rizvi to teach as a visiting faculty. So all of 5 years, there is one tour to every part of the country. So north, south, east, west, and central India. So all that you do is in 5 years, if nothing else, you you roam around the country and you see in every nook and corner of the country, because our country offers so much to see that you cannot. Even today, we have not seen even 10% of the country after roaming about all around. So all in all, it's a great profession to be. It offers, and for if to just tell you, some of architecture profession or study does not limit you to only do architecture. Some famous personalities who are architects but not doing architecture, Ratan Tata, if you know, Remo Fernandez, if you know, Aishwarya Rai, if you know, all these are architects by profession, but they are doing worldly things. And we recently had a function wherein we felicitated non practicing architects who have become architectural. So there are TV stars, classic Kathakal dancers reaching to a Padma Shri level, photographers, all architects by profession, but pursuing the field of their choice, because architecture develops that foundation for you. It gives you that sense of observation, that design sense. When you go to a restaurant, before the menu, you will see how the interior is done. You step out into the into the train, you will need to know how much is the height of the landing step, because that is what matters. It is about anthropometry. It is about how a human is made. If I cannot make a table very high, I cannot make it very low. If I make a atrocious building, people will be cursing me for life. If people keep falling down from a step because their height is not right, they will say that, "Hey, who made this?" But if I am into a space which gives me a great feeling, you enter into some buildings and you feel that sense of aura, that there's something good about this building, or this is good about this space. So you have that, you are the architects of your own destiny, so you can make it. And as famously said, an architect designs in the present with the awareness of the past, but for the future. So an architect is what this is all about. And I would like to end by saying, Einstein, as he said, logic can take you from A to B, but imagination can take you anywhere. So it is about imagination, dream big, and be an architect.